Good morning. Good morning. I can hear the hens as well. Good morning, darling. How are we today? Yes, you're looking for Daddy, aren't you? Oh, here is the big guy. Good morning, Colin. Would you like your breakfast? Would you like your breakfast, darling? Yes, Mummy's going to get it for you. Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. I'm out walking the doggies. Here we are, and we've just had a little sprinkle, well, hasn't settled, but a little snow flurry, which is very exciting. It's quite nice to have a nip in the air. I am feeling so much better, which is a huge leap. Not 100%, hang on, we're spinning. Penny had wrapped herself around me with the lead. Not 100%, but almost there. And I've actually been really sensible. I've taken it really easy. I actually had a good few days off. We had a ball to go to on Saturday night, and I actually got Di to do the horses morning and evening, and spent quite a lot of the time in bed, and then got ready to go out for the evening. I didn't want to cancel because I didn't want to let everybody down. I was judging the table centres, and we got the table booked, and I knew that it was going to be an amazing night. And I said to Si, I think if I just rest as much as I possibly can, we can go out and be fine. So I did that. And do you know what? It was the most amazing night. I shall add some snippets in here for you to see. It was so much fun. So my lovely friend organised it. She's incredible. She's like a high-powered businesswoman and does so much for the local community. So it was a sports club ball. It was the rugby club, the cricket club and the pony club all together. And it was just a fabulous night. They raised a lot of money for the local clubs. There was an auction and it was brilliant. It was really brilliant. And then yesterday, I just took it easy at home, didn't go anywhere, cooked a Sunday roast. We had roast beef and Yorkshire and just, all the trimmings. And do you know what? It was nice. Simon and I sloped off. We had a bit of a dance, we had a bit of a boogie, and then we left. And I had a few glasses of bubbles, which I really enjoyed, but I didn't drink very much. And I actually woke up feeling so much better yesterday. And we just had the day at home, pottering, did a bit of gardening, did the horses, did a bit of laundry, and just a kind of gentle day, which is exactly what I needed. And then Archie's heading back to school tomorrow, so I've been getting his things ready today, filming a YouTube video that you will have seen by now. So just been doing that, and I'm just going to take it easy-ish this week. I've got, and if you will have seen Tuesday's vlog, you will have seen I've got a catering job, so I've got ahead with that. I've got a lovely friend coming to stay, which I will be sharing with you in this episode, which is really exciting. And then Gus heads back to school later in the week, and yeah, that is what's going down here at our end. But it's really nice to have like a cold bit of weather. Yesterday we had beautiful blue skies. It was stunning. Today's rather overcast. Oh, and the vet's been, so I'll give you a quick Santana update. The vet came to do a dressing change. She's really pleased with how it's looking. They're going to do one more dressing change later this week, and then come back early next week, take the dressing off, stitches will come out, and then we can start getting her back into work. So that is exciting. I have booked Di in to come and ride out with me and Colin, and we'll just do some road walk work. So that is the plan with her, but it's looking really good. It's healing well. She's not loving box rest. She's getting a bit antsy, so I'm not quite sure how we're going to do another week. Oh, the neighbours are coming, so I'll chat to you in a mo. Yes, the baby girl isn't loving box rest, and we've got one more week to go, but we've been taking her out in hand to graze, although I can only do that when Colin is in his stable. He decided to cavort around the sand school, and she was like a baby giraffe on steroids, which was fun. So have to handle that quick, quite carefully, taking her out and just having a little pick of grass when there isn't anything, a dog, a wheelbarrow, Colin, to distract her. So not the easiest thing to do, and easier with two people. So Si will be helping me while Coax is at school. She leaves so early for school, and she leaves in the dark and she gets back in the dark at the moment, so it's quite tricky to do anything in daylight with her. And I'm sort of rather sad that the holidays have come to an end. Keiko went back last week, but I love having them at home, and I love having them around. It's rather miserable when they go back. It sort of means I have to be serious and get focused on work and things like that. There's no distractions, there's no excuses. I have to put my head down and crack on. But anyway, it's good, and gusto is the word of this year, so that is what we are focusing on at the moment. Lots of sheep in the field. Oh, and also we've got sheep in our field, which I haven't told you about. This is quite a funny story. So I was driving home, I think it was before Christmas, from wherever I'd been, and I saw a man I recognised coming out of our neighbour's field. And I said, pulled over and had a chat and said, are those your sheep? And he said, yes. I said, would you like any more grazing? He said, yes, I was actually going to come and ask you if I could graze your paddocks. And I said, well, yes, you can. I'd be absolutely delighted if you did, because sheep are brilliant at what's the word? They're great for the ground. They're great for the land. They eat all the bits that the horses don't want to eat. Their little feet, level it out. Sheep do wonders. I'm not a farmer, so I can't tell you the technical details or terms, but sheep are good for your pasture. So that is excellent. I have suggested to Si that we get our own sheep, but he said absolutely no way. And they are actually quite a lot of work, because you've got to share them, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, you've got to look after them. You can't just turn them out there and leave them, and I don't need another job. So I've got some friends that have got sheep, and they found it really hard to find somebody to come and share them and do all of that. So we won't be getting our own, but it's very nice to have our neighbours grazing their sheep on our land, doing wonders for the land, and it's lovely to have them. So I will share them with you later on when I get back from my walk. I've actually got to get back in the kitchen cooking for the next few hours, so it will probably be tomorrow that I will take you up to see the sheep, because when I do the horses it's going to be almost getting dark, so we won't be able to see them. I don't know where today's going. It's running away with me a little bit too swiftly, but I'm going to enjoy the rest of my dog walk and chat to you soon. So I'm out here doing the horses, but the sheep, they're running away. They were up close, so I thought I'd share them with you. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you our little flock of sheep. I don't know how long they're here for, but it's certainly lovely having them. Bellman's Auctioneers, and lucky enough to come and have a look round. Now, most of the items here in this week's auction are actually from a property in Belgrave Square. And when Will, who runs Bellman's here, was telling me about it, I had to come and have a look. Simon and I actually had our engagement party in Belgrave Square, and so it's a place close to my heart, and I just love big London properties, really quite over the top interiors. And so let's have a look round and see what we can find. Look at this statue. Wouldn't that be amazing, having something like that in your entrance? Wow, what an incredible chair. Love it. It's so big. And here is a beautiful oak four-poster bed. I love the fact that it's got the rails here for you to put your curtains around. And beds used to be so much smaller than they are today. I mean, if you take a look at this, it's basically the size of a large single. It's a small double. And, you know, our bed at home is a super king. And it would be really uncomfy to get two people in a bed like this. So it's amazing how beds have grown over the years. These have caught my eye, and they're a pair. There's one here and one over there. They're a pair of George III peat buckets, and I just think they are so beautiful. They are lined. They've got these liners inside, which Gus is just going to show you there. And their estimate is 400 to 600. The property in Belgrave Square was actually sold for £135 million, which is just incredible to think. Anyway, I'm going to show you this now, which actually is an opium den. So it would have had a mattress and curtains all around it. And goodness knows what would have gone on in here. Bellmans often have a wonderful selection of artwork, paintings and pictures and posters, and over the years we've purchased a lot of paintings for our home here from Bellmans. And if there's something that you see online and you would like more info, I find that actually you can call up and ask for specifics on an item, a piece of furniture or a picture, and you can have sort of close up of any damage or things like that. So don't be scared about buying things at auction, because actually they're really friendly, they're really helpful and approachable, and you can get some incredible buys. Another thing that we have bought a lot of from auction is lamps. And actually in this particular sale, there are a lot of lamps, floor lamps and table lamps. You can see there's an array behind me. And that's something that is often really expensive to buy decent lamps, and a decent lamp will last you for years. You might need to get it rewired, but it's worth checking out your local auction house or the ones here at Bellman's, because they've got a wonderful selection at the moment. So we've got another pair of peat buckets here. They're the same estimate, so 400 to 600, but I actually think I prefer the ones next door. And actually I've just spotted here, oh, there's two pairs. So these are steps for a library, and you can then climb up, and when you've got books up high, you can get to them. And there's a lower one here. I'm very lucky that I have got Gus as my cameraman today. Thank you, darling. This is a wonderful drum. It reminds me of a Coldstream Guard drum, and that would probably have been carried, I'm guessing, I haven't looked it up, but on a horse in a parade. And then this beautiful little bureau has caught my eye here, and it's got this lovely lid that opens up so you can keep your writing paper in there. And I love the fact that it's on a slant. So actually when you're sitting here, it's just a beautiful little bureau to work from. And then around over here, is this wonderful globe. I mean, how magnificent is that? Such a beautiful piece to have in your drawing room or a hall or something like that. And I just find Bellman's an absolute feast for the eyes. Everywhere I look, there's something else. Over here, there's a beautiful fire set, which is lovely to have next to your fireplace. You've got your tools here, shoveling coal for stoking your fire. So I'm going to leave Bellman's linked down below. Their online catalogue is absolutely amazing, and you are welcome to come and view in person. They say on their website when you're allowed to come and view items. If there's something that catches your eye, don't hesitate to call up and ask for more info. I have been buying things at auction for many years. My mother loved an auction house. And actually, one regret I have, I don't have many regrets. I would have loved to have gone and worked at Sotheby's or Christie's or something like that, having left school, just cataloguing things and being around antiques. I think they're fascinating. So I hope that you have enjoyed this little tour of Bellman's with me.
Good morning. I'm just popping my makeup on, and I thought I would chat to you quickly while I'm doing it. Now, I know I asked if you'd like a skincare update video, and I will do that, it's incoming. But actually, since I haven't been very well, I've had a bit of an outbreak in various places. So I'm just waiting for that to calm down. I've had like an eczema patch here and all sorts going on. And it isn't until you feel better, and I'm not 100% better, but I'm like 95% better, that you realise how rough you felt. And I am feeling so much better, but it's only really been since Monday that I massively turned the corner, which is good. And thank you for being so kind and lovely, and for your well wishes. I really appreciate that. Now, my lovely friend Theodore has arrived from California. He's staying for a few days. He arrived yesterday, and oh my goodness, we haven't stopped talking. It's incredible how you can make a friend and just hit it off, and it's like I've known him forever. This is actually only the third time we've met in person. We do chat often on the phone. We'll like plug in, and we both do jobs like, I don't know, ironing or laundry, or I'm doing the horses while nattering away to one another. So it is gorgeous to have him. The children have all finally gone back to school. So the last time I chatted to you was at Bellman's. Oh, dear Gus loves coming with me to Bellman's, which is just awesome because it's such an amazing place. We both placed a bid on items, which we won't know until next week, so I'll give you an update then. I think I'm actually going to take Theodore there today because he said, can we go and look at antiques? And because this sale is so incredible, I was like, yeah, I think we might go there. The sun is shining. It's a stunning day. I actually stopped this morning, and I'll insert a picture here. I stopped this morning on the way back from the school run because the sunrise was just so magical. It was stunning. I think nature is just amazing, and sometimes when life is tough and life throws us hurdles, curveballs, whatever it might be, and you might be like feeling not in the best place, and then you see something beautiful, like whether it's a beautiful building because you live in a city, or whether it's a beautiful bird flying by, or whether it's a beautiful sunrise, or whether it's, I don't know, a deer galloping across the field, if you're lucky enough to see that. It just fills you up and gives you that boost that you need. Now, on that note, I have a phone call coming in. I will talk to you in a mo. Sorry. I had to take that call quickly. Yes, so sometimes you just need to see something beautiful that just might give you that buzz, that might inspire you, that might whatever it is. And I used to walk around in my 20s and probably part of my 30s with my eyes closed to what was around me. Like, I'd see it, but I wouldn't see it. And it wouldn't stop me in its tracks. And now I have learned to appreciate the things around me and appreciate what we have got. And I find that nature gives me what I need at the time. And so this morning I needed that sunrise. I needed to see that. And I'm just telling you this and sharing this with you to encourage you to open your eyes to what is beautiful around you. And you know, things might be tough, things might be difficult, but if you open your eyes and you take in what's around you, or you smile at somebody, or you say hello to somebody, it makes a massive difference. So food for thought there. Anyway, I am going to finish popping on my makeup. I am going to have a brekkie with my lovely friend, and then we are going to get up to goodness knows what today. I'm going to take him out and about, but I'm very pleased that the sun is shining, the birds are singing, and it is a beautiful winter's day here in Sussex. So I'm going to make the most of it and enjoy his company, and I will take you along and share with you various snippets as we go about whatever it is that we're going to get up to. I've got like a few ideas, but sometimes it's nice just to go with the flow and see where things take you. So anyway, I will chat to you later on. So I brought Theodore to Cowdray farm shop. In fact, we've just had lunch here at Cowdray. We went and had an explore around Petworth and the antiques market there and the little cobbled streets, and just having such a lovely time. I've just come in here for a quick whiz around to see, and I've seen that Seville oranges are in stock here, so it is time to start making marmalade. I've also got some bulbs which we bought yesterday, so I need to plant up the bulbs. But having such a lovely time. We just have been chatting for an hour, and I just said to him, how has an hour gone? We've been talking non-stop. Jess, our lovely vet, is here doing the dressing change. Stitches are looking good and it's all healing really nicely. Next time Jess comes, the stitches are coming out, which is exciting. Jess and I have been chatting about Manuka honey as well, and its healing properties. So we will start using that as soon as the stitches have come out and get the wound healing even better, won't we, Jess?
Put a little barrier on it and just make sure everything's looking healthy.
Yeah, exactly. So I shall show you. I'll show you the finished leg once Jess is finished, because there's quite a few layers, isn't there, Jess?
There are a few layers.
So we're almost done. She's bandaged up. Jess is just putting a little bit more tape at the top to keep it on. She has a wonderful habit of getting out of her bandage. A little bit like Houdini, this one here. Hello. I'm not sure I've ever chatted to you from the tack room. This is our tack room. And the vet has just left. She's really pleased with how we're going, although one more week of box rest. So the stitches are coming out on Monday, and she just wants to be extra cautious so she can be, we can start returning her to light exercise, basically road work only to keep it clean, and box rest for another week. So that's like a week and a half. Hey ho, it's fine. We've done a couple of weeks already. We could, what's one more week? And actually, this is another really good thing. Sometimes you just have to be patient, and there's no point pushing things because you want it now. You just have to wait and be patient. And if we give her an extra week and it heals better, then that's what it is. And that's fine. I know that Coco's going to be a bit disappointed because it's too much for Coco to have her weekly lesson at school on her. So she's going to have to wait another week, but that's fine. Patience for a grown-up is slightly different than patience for a 13-year-old, but she'll just have to learn that she has to be a little bit more patient. But I have had such a lovely day with my friend. So it's really lovely when you have somebody that comes that doesn't know the area and wants to kind of see things. And he was like, Charlie, please, can we go antiquing? So I was going to take him to Bellman's,
but then we had a slight change of plan and we went to Petworth and then had a late lunch at Cowdray before coming back for the vets, and it's just been gorgeous. Like, I showed him my favourite places in Petworth. We bumped into my hairdresser, wonderful Dan, in Petworth as well. We did the antiques market. We did Checkers Antiques, which is up the cobbled street. We went to the bookshop. We went to Red Card. So this is so funny. Theodore said to me, "Is there a hardware shop locally that we could pop in and have a look at?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And he was like, "Because I love hardware shops." And I was like, "Oh my goodness, I think I just love you as a friend even more." You know, it's just, I have been obsessed with hardware shops since I was a child. So when I grew up, I grew up just outside a village called Newport Pagnell, which some of you may know because it's actually the home of Aston Martin, and my dad's office was in Newport Pagnell. And at one end of the high street near the church, on the corner, and I can remember it so clearly, it's a beautiful rounded front, was a hardware shop called Odell's. And Odell's was my introduction to hardware stores. And then it turned into a wedding shop, and then it turned into a restaurant, and goodness knows what it is today. But Odell's was just by the church, and I can remember the smell. I can remember the little drawers with the screws and all the bits that you could get in there. It was just the best thing ever. And we've got a really great hardware shop. It's not quite in the same league as Odell's, but Austin's in Petworth is pretty awesome. And so I took him in there. And he bought furniture polish. I mean, we're just completely on the same wavelength. So we have had the most gorgeous day. We bought in Cowdray Farm Shop some Vacherin. Vacherin is possibly my most favourite cheese. It's just dreamy, and the season's quite short, so when you can get it, you want to get it and try it. If you haven't tried Vacherin, please try it. You have to have it, like, you can put it in the oven and warm it through. And actually Sue, who works at Cowdray, who's a dear friend, she was like, "Oh, Charlie, put some honey over the top and some thyme and put it in the oven." And that takes it to another level. So I will be trying that tonight, Sue. But you'd want to have it warm. It's got to be room temperature. Don't try and have it straight out of the fridge. And you just take off the skin and you just spoon it onto crackers, and that with some, like, I don't know, grapes or apple, or it just by itself is dreamy. So we're going to have that. We've got a bottle of Night Timber, and we're going to have a lovely evening, and I am going to bid you farewell, and thank you for watching this week's vlog. Bit of antiques, a bit of you know, all sorts, you know, my Friday vlogs, and sending lots of love. If you are new to my channel, please do hit subscribe. I would love it if you did that. And if you would like me to go out and about and, you know, take you in more depth to Bellmans, chat to Will, if you'd like to take you into antique shops and chat to the owners, let me know in the comments below if you want to come out and about with me a little bit more, meeting people and chatting to them, because I would love to do that, but I don't know if you would love it. So let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next week.